What's good, traders? Welcome back to my channel. So yesterday being Sunday, I was supposed to make a video, a chart breakdown video yesterday, but then for some reasons I didn't. So I'm going to be showing you guys my analysis for the week. Today is Monday. I'm going to be showing you guys my analysis for the week and how I plan to position myself, in the markets, and also show you guys step by step how I do my analysis, how I take my trade, and how I mark out my levels. All right. So with that being said, let's dive straight into the video. Please kindly stay tuned. Hopefully you learn one or two things in this video, and please make sure to like, subscribe, comment and share this video. All right, so this is GBPUSD. I'm on the daily time frame. Now if you watch closely, you find out that I've already marked out my market structure on the daily. All right, I've identified my high, I've identified my low, and I've identified my most recent break of structure on the daily time frame. Okay, so now this simply gives me a clear range where I should be looking for my trading opportunity in. All right, so I now know that by marking out the high and the low of this range, I now know that from here to here, I now know that from here to here is my trading range. Okay, so I'm only looking to trade within this daily trading range. Okay, but then inside this trading range we have we have the premium area, and then we have the discount area. Don't worry, I'm going to be showing you guys in a minute. All right, so the premium area are place where we should be selling from, while the discount area are areas where we should be buying from. Now remember, this is the daily time frame, and by marking out this market structure, it simply means that the daily is on a bullish trend. Okay, which means we should be looking for buys on the daily time frame. Okay, exactly, that's what the daily time frame simply means. It simply means that the overall market trend is bullish. But then we need to find out area where we should be buying from, all right, and area where we should not buy from. All right, knowing fully well that this is a bullish trend, we need to do we also need to establish our area of interest where we should be looking to buy from. All right, exactly. So if I take my Fibonacci and I place it from bottom to the top, let me change this real quick to all right. Now you find out that this blue area is the premium area, which means that is where I should be selling from. But then we are in a bullish trend on the daily, so I don't want to be selling on the daily. Okay, I want to be buying. So this ash area below, all right, this below the 50%, this is our discounted area, which simply means that whenever price comes into that area, that is where we should be looking to buy from. All right, as long as price is still above the 50%, we don't have any business looking for buys. Or okay, that's simply what a discount and the premium means. So from 50% below is a discount, while from 50% above is a premium. All right, so now in this scenario, simply means that price is still in a premium area, which means if we are buying in this premium zone, we are buying at a premium. Sorry, we are buying at a risky area. Okay, exactly. So before you start looking for buys in this kind of area, you need to do you need to be very, very careful, and also you need to know your analysis, you need to know your strategy before you be able to pull such a thing. Okay, so now we've established our daily bias. Sorry, we've established our overall market trend. So the next thing we'll do now is to scale down to the lower time frame. In this case, we're going to scale down to the 4-hour time frame, so I will look at what the 4-hour is currently doing, which means which is our current trend, right? Exactly, because if we want to wait for price to come to the discount area on the daily, it's going to take a very, very long time, and we want to be in the trade as as many times as we can to be able to make profit, right? So now let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, if you look closely, you see that the 4-hour is the 4-hour is clearly bearish. Okay, now the 4-hour is bearish. Starting from here, you find out that we have our high, our low, we broke structure, and then we got a change of character. Okay, exactly. So this change of character simply means that that price has changed from bullish to to bearish. So this is where our change of character occurred. All right, These are change of character. So this simply means that what? That the 4 hour is bearish. So we want to be looking for sell. Now remember, we are looking for sell on the 4 hour, but we also need to keep in mind that the daily is bullish. So which means that we can be selling on the 4 hour, but once price gets to the discount area on the daily, we should stop selling and start looking for what? And start looking for buys. Okay, so what are we expecting on this 4 hour? We're expecting what? We're expecting this to happen. All right, then price come down. All right, and then this is what we're expecting on the 4 hours. Okay, but now you see that price is still currently doing what? Still currently creating lower lows and lower highs, which means we can also start looking for sell. Now if you watch, you find out that last week we broke this low. Okay, we broke this low last week, which means that our 4 hour is what? Sorry, this is a break of structure, not low. It's a break of structure. Exactly. So if you could remember in my last video, I said that after every break of structure, I expect what? I expect a pullback. Okay. So once I get a break of structure on any time frame, I do what? I patiently wait for pullback before I start looking for entries. All right. Exactly. So now in this case, we just broke structure on the 4 hour. All right, which gives us here and here as our what? As our 4 hour trading range. So sorry. So from this high to this low is our what? It's our 4 hour trading range. Okay, which means if we should be selling on the 4 hour, we should be looking for the sell within where? Within this area. Okay, yes, from this high to this low is what we're expecting to sell from. Now we'll also apply the concept of what? Of premium and discount in this analysis. Okay, on the 4 hour, we'll also do what? We'll place our Fibonacci from the high to the low. Okay, now knowing that the 4 hour is bearish, okay, we want to be selling, but then price is currently on the 4 hour discount area. Okay, and you don't want to be selling at a discount. Okay, you want to be selling at a premium. So what we do is we wait for price to do what? To come into the premium area. So once price comes into this premium area, then I'll start looking for what? I start looking for selling opportunity. All right, I start looking for selling opportunity. Remember, we are only selling on the 4 hour. Once price gets to daily discount area, we stop looking for sell. Even though we're still getting lower lows and lower high, we stop looking for what? We stop looking for sells, because you selling at a discounted area on the higher time frame, or rather you selling on the higher time frame discounted area, leaves you, or rather keeps you in a very, very risky position. So you don't want to do that to yourself. So what I do personally is, once price gets to a discounted area, I stop selling and start looking for buy, especially if the discount is the higher time frame discount. Okay, so now we've established what? Our 4 hour trend, which means our 4 hour is bearish. Okay, but then we don't trade based on 4 hours. Okay, we don't get our entries based on the 4 hour, based on the 4 hour confirmation, or we don't get our entries from the 4 hour. We'll get our entries from where? From the 15 minutes. So now remember that we are waiting for price to move from here to this place. Okay, now also this could take a very, very long time. So what do I do? Personally, I scale down to the lower time frame, in this case, which is 15 minutes. Now I go to 15 minutes and then I start looking for what? I start looking to catch buys that will do what? That will fuel this move to the 4 hour premium area. Okay, I start looking for buy that will fuel this move. So instead of me just waiting for price to get to the 4-hour premium area, I just start looking for, you know, short-term buys until we get to that premium area, and then I do what? Then I switch my buyers. So that's basically what I used to do. So yesterday, actually, I analyzed this pair. Let me quickly show you guys my analysis yesterday. Okay, so this was my analysis yesterday. So I did this analysis yesterday night. So I was waiting for price to come down to this area on the 15 minutes. Then I will start looking for buy. But then today is Monday, and price most at times don't move the way the way you expect them to move on Mondays. And secondly, I also understand that your analysis will not play out every time. So it's very, very okay if you mark out your areas and then price doesn't come back there, or price doesn't respect it. It's very, very okay. All right. So I experienced this, you know, many times in the market. So I don't get moved by it anymore. So what I just do is, if I miss this kind of trade, I just wait for the next one, and then I take my trade. As simple as that. Okay. So this is basically what I am looking out for throughout this week. Okay. I'm just waiting for price to do what? I'm just waiting for price to fuel itself to this area, fuel itself to this area, and then give me what? A continuation. That's basically what I'm waiting for in this GBPUSD. Now you might be asking, why GBPUSD? GBPUSD is the only pair I trade. So for now, I don't think I'll be trading any other pair for now except GBPUSD, because I found out that I've backtested very well on GBPUSD, and my strategy works very, very well on this pair. So there's no point me trying to gamble more around with other pairs and trying to look for what's not looking for me. All right, so I actually tried this strategy on gold a few times. It gives me, puts me in profits. I miss trade a lot of the time, and then I lose trade too. But the rates at which I miss trade on gold with this my strategy is too much, and I don't think I like that. I like that for myself, because most of the time I'll feel so hyped and so pumped about the trade, and only for gold to just keep moving, and then most of the time it won't even smell my what's it called, my zone anymore. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So I just say, okay, maybe I've not really learned how gold move that much. I'm still going to learn gold, but for now let me just stick to GBPUSD. Make whatever I can make from GBPUSD before I start learning gold. All right, I already have something I mastered, so there's no point looking for something else I've not mastered. So why not just capitalize on the one I've mastered, and then I can now start looking to learn how to trade gold profitably. So guys, this is my analysis for this week. So if you find this video insightful, if you find this video helpful in any way, kindly subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and also comment your thoughts in my analysis. So if you think my analysis is something you want to try, fine. You can just drop a comment, ask me to explain it further. Trust me, I'll gladly do that. All right. So if you think there is something missing in my strategy, you can just put it down there, and I'll also look into it. Now, yeah, I forgot to say, I also inculcate liquidity in this strategy, right? But then I think that will be in another video, so I will take my time to explain how I use liquidity as a confluence in this strategy. All right. So with that being said, see you guys in my next video, and please kindly subscribe to this channel, comment, like, and basically support your guy. All right, so see you guys in my next video.